Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Sinaya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I came across these videos and I thought I'd share them with us. Now, I am going to say this, and this is just on period. It is disgusting to see full grown adults doing some certain things. It's in kind of not cool, right? And also disrespecting your own community in order to uphold the other community. I mean, some people really know how to do this so great. And now the other person is saying something about how Kamala Harris has said that she is not going to do something for Black people, and that she also said that with an attitude. I never saw that video. And what I am going to say is that if you have that video, bring it out. I and my other, we all want to see it so we can see where she said that with an attitude. I want to see it, right? And he went further to say that why is it that Black people are supporting Trump? Is it because that he has felonies and all that? And I am asking, if you were to be someone that looked like me that had all this, will this person have the opportunity to stand out and run for election, right? That is also privilege some people have refused to acknowledge that they have. Now, let me tell us this. I think it is very wrong for people to come out and tell people that this is the someone you must vote for. Why? Because if we sit down and talk to Trump, that Trump is going to listen to us. I am going to say this. If you think that if Black people sit down and talk to Trump, that he is going to listen, I think you should go and speak to him. Let's get
Kamala Harris had already said what she's not going to do for the so-called Black Americans. And she said it with an attitude. She said, do you think I'm going to just do something for black people only? No. Her voice went up a couple of octaves higher. No. And she was bobbing her head. And then she repeated it and says, I'm not going to just do something for Black people only. You know what? I think if the so-called Black Americans, if those Africans from the continent, brown people, Latino, Dominicans, Mexicans, American citizens, and even illegal migrants that the Democrats allow to vote, that's brown or so-called Black, if we all were to be on one accord and vote for Trump, because Trump, if you sit down and talk to him, he's willing to do something for the so-called Black and brown people only. But you're not giving him a chance, okay? I mean, if I had someone that was constantly attacking me, even when he came up with the platinum plan, that was a great plan. But it didn't have enough support from the so-called Black and brown people. So I think if you were to actually sit down and talk to him, yeah, he's repetitious. But yet, one thing we know for sure, in spite of y'all saying, oh, he's a felon, listen, for all of y'all to keep talking about Trump as a felon, he's a convicted felon, so-called Black American men, just think about what you went through in the system here. Think of all the Black American men and females that are felons. You guys are not able to vote. The Democrats may allow you to vote now because they're desperate, okay? But think of all the Black Americans that spent time in prison. A great piece of their life, man, was wasted away in prison because they were falsely charged and convicted. See, even if you're falsely charged and convicted, we could do the same thing. You're a felon. Think about when you went to apply for a job, or you had a disgruntled girlfriend that was always telling you or reminding you that you're a felon, or that when you did something that somebody didn't like, they threatened to contact your parole officer. I'm going to call your parole officer or your probation officer, right? And you got scared and just kind of humbled out because you didn't want to go back to jail, right? So you have a lot of nerve, man, to sit there and keep repeating how Trump is a felon, and yet a great portion of the so-called Black Americans were arrested. The prison system were designed for Black and brown people. And you're supporting the Democrats actions and what they're doing. But I think if black and brown people were to be on one accord, in spite of your differences, and vote conservative, right? Sit down and talk to Trump. Listen to the man. I guarantee you he would come up with a plan that's specifically for black and brown people. Guarantee you, right? But you're not giving the man a chance. Just like when he came up with the platinum plan, you didn't give him a chance. See, there's a lot of y'all out there that's talking about like, well, Trump was in and he didn't do nothing for black people because y'all kept attacking the man. How can somebody actually do something for you and you keep knifing in them? They steady trying to help you and pull you up. And while they're trying to pull you up, you're trying to chop their hand off. See, a lot of y'all symbolically chopped Trump's hand off. You tied his hands up. He couldn't do nothing for you because you keep attacking the man. And look at what the so-called celebrities are doing. And listen, these celebrities that's capping or caping for Kamala Harris, maybe a lot of y'all need to unfollow them. Stop supporting them. Stop supporting them because their agenda is not our agenda. They're not looking out for your best interest. They're being used as a puppet, man, to get your votes. None of these celebrities had ever done anything for you guys. They may do little things in the community, basketball court here, rec center here, but they haven't really done nothing, for the so-called black Americans, right? And honestly, we're not really even looking for them. At least I'm not. I don't expect them to do anything. That's their money. They do what they want to do with it. But when they start talking about how stupid and dumb you are, and they start criticizing you and start trying to make you feel guilty for voting conservative or voting for Trump, those are people you need to cut off. You don't need to vote them because they're voting against your interest. The Democrats at the DNC put Planned Parenthood trailer on wheels, an abortion clinic on wheels outside the DNC for black Americans, black and brown people, to murder your unborn children. They want to cut off your offspring. They want to cut you at the root. And that's why they're doing everything for illegal migrants and not for you. Look at all the people that they're helping out, that they're sacrificing American taxpayer dollars. And that's another thing too. We shouldn't have to pay taxes. What the Democrats or what the government is not doing for the citizens should not be obligated to pay taxes to a system that's not working for them, right? So we shouldn't have to pay any taxes. And maybe that should be a protest, man. It's like, you know what? We ain't gonna pay taxes until our government start working for us and not for foreign countries, for other nations, for other people that's not even legal to be here. But if the black and brown people were to come together and vote conservative, put the Democrats out of business, not just for presidency, your local votes. Your local votes, if the politicians locally are not looking out for you, then why would you vote them in position of power? Just because of the fact that they're a Democrat or because of the fact that their skin is melanated. And they constantly lie to you every single election season. They lie to you over and over and over and over. They make the same promises. And then when they don't come through for you, they blame the former president. Trump had not been president how long? He's been fighting the court systems. When did he ever have time to do anything for the so-called black Americans? When did he ever have time to actually be a dictator? He's been fighting the non-justice system, right? So I think that black Americans, Caribbean people, Africans, legal and illegal immigrants, the darker race, black and brown people, I think if y'all were to come together and put the Democrats out of power, right? You then become power. Your vote become power. We're great in number here, right? Just think of what we can do, the changes that we can make if we were on one accord. Instead of fighting among each other, allowing the Democrats to divide us. I'm sure y'all heard of divide and conquer. They're conquering us because it's easy for them to manipulate and divide us. Look what's going on in Jamaica. Look what's going on in Africa. How it's easy for the European, the Asians, the French, every other nation is able to come over there and plunder the land. And the citizens have no power, no authority, because you allow one people or a handful of people to control the masses. See? But you can do something about that. The people need to rise up and take back your power. Take back your power.
Wait a goddamn minute. Is this how low we willing to go in the name of ignorance?
See, at this point, I genuinely believe when I see that shit, these motherfuckers are trying to get picked. Here's how you have a political ideology. I'm a rock rib conservative. I believe in limited government. I believe in strong on defense, and I believe in allowing the free market to dictate things. That is a conservative. Those two motherfuckers are black conservatives. Coonesians, if you will. They're just trying to get picked. They know that's the shit that the MAGA crowd wants out of them. And that's all they want. Those are the sort of dumb motherfuckers that when if Trump gets elected and Project 2025 happens, they'll be the first motherfuckers talking about, look at what the government's doing to us. Bitch, you voted for that shit. And see, this in and of itself is my problem with these fucking Steve Bannon black bitch babies. This is my problem with them. They were not conservative until Donald Trump showed up. Then, when you ask them anything about conservatism, you know what they tell you? The black community pants, and pull your pants up. Where's your daddies? Because they know that's how they get picked. That's how they get picked. And again, I am not speaking as somebody who has never met a conservative who just so happens to be black. I have. In fact, I have all the admiration in the world for Colin Powell. I do, 100%. One of the best generals, a conservative black man who didn't need to do shit like this to get noticed. And when Colin Powell endorsed Barack Obama, that's when a whole lot of motherfuckers lost their fucking minds. Look at Condoleezza Rice. Highly intelligent woman, conservative Republican. Did I agree with everything that she did while she was NSA head and Secretary of State under W? No, I didn't. But you would literally, she would rather be dead than get caught in a shirt like that. Think about that. Would you ever see Condoleezza Rice in that shirt? Would you ever see Colin Powell in that shirt? But you know who you would see in that shirt? Them two dumb motherfuckers. Steve Bannon's black bitch babies. Coonesians in their rare form. And the saddest part about it is, we don't call these motherfuckers out when we see them. They did not just put those fucking shirts on. They left the house with that shit. There should have been a coalition of every black person that knows them cussing them the fuck out. Because again, I say again, you would never see Colin Powell or Condoleezza Rice wearing that shirt. But you see these two dumb motherfuckers doing it. And we need to start making that distinction. We do. There is a history of Republicans who just so happen to be black. And I ain't talking all the way to fuck back in powdered wigs in the end of Civil War. No, I'm talking about like the 50s and 60s. They never wore them fucking shirts. In fact, if a self-styled black conservative Republican who just so happens to be black saw that shit, they would tell him in a heartbeat, you are embarrassing us. But the MAGA crowd thinks that's cool. They love that shit. They think it's fucking fantastic. And enough of us are not saying, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can fucking vote for Trump without wearing shit like that. That's like me wearing a goddamn shirt that says N-words for Harris or N-words for Obama. What the fuck I look like doing that shit? These people they're fucking up the conversation. They are fucking up the conversation because they're going to buy into stereotypes. They're going to act out stereotypes just to be accepted. And then they're going to tell us to get like them. You must be out your goddamn mind. I don't like it when other black people call me that. I try my goddamnedest and fail at it, not gonna lie. I try my goddamnedest not to even use the motherfucking word. So what the fuck I look like putting on that shirt? I want y'all to, I really genuinely, anybody that watches this video, any black person that watches this video, ask yourself this question. When you see these motherfuckers, and they tell you they voting for Trump because they Republicans and this, that, and the third, ask yourself, are they telling the truth? Because they're not. Colin Powell was a Republican. Condoleezza Rice is a Republican. You would never see either one of them in some shit like that. So when you see shit like that, and they say they black conservatives, ask yourself, are they really? No, I'm sorry, I take that back. They are black conservatives. Not conservatives who happen to be black conservatives. These two dumb motherfuckers are wearing that shit for one reason and one reason only. To be accepted by a crowd that normally hates their fucking guts.
So this is all I got from this video. And first of all, I'm going to start from the first one, where the truth is that I don't know if some people are wearing all those shirts or like, N-word for Trump. I really don't know why people should write something like that on their t-shirt and they are going out with it for a campaign. I think it's not cool, right? Like I keep saying, I do not have a problem with whoever people want to vote for. I mean, go out and do you. But I hope what you are doing is going to benefit other people and at the same time benefit you. Because if you are only looking out for yourself, it means that you are selfish. Now, with everything going on in Black community, we absolutely need somebody that will uphold, somebody that we listen to Black people, not somebody that we probably send in troop, police, and all that back into Black community and make life not easy for them. So if there is anything I am agitating for, it is nothing for better lives for people that look like me. And that is absolutely what I am after. Dismantling the system, making life easier for them, or equality and seeing us like human, right? Because that is what we are. Then the second person, I really do not understand where he is coming from. But now, let me tell us something. It's okay not to support somebody. I might not agree with you in some certain places or with some certain things, but one thing I will not try to do is to lie against you even when we do not agree, because people must not we always agree to disagree, right? So when did he come out to okay, so when did Kamala Harris, when did she come out to say that she is not going to do anything for black people? And she said that with an attitude. Can you provide a video that says, like, where she said that, and let's see the attitude? Because I really need to know what I am doing, who I am, like, we need to know. We need to see all of that. Let's see where she said that with an attitude so we can understand. See, I do not, I know, see, I used to be a huge fan of a Hebrew free thinker, right? But at some point, when people start being when you start being untruthful, especially when it comes to some certain things that got to do with your community. Just because you are supporting this person does not also mean that sometimes you talk down or you talk down on your own community, probably because majority of them are not supporting probably the person you are supporting. When it comes to politics, we all should be able to, express ourselves and uh, do what, just like voting. It's your right. It's not. It is your right. I have my own right, so I am not going to say because this is who I am also going to make you vote for the person. No, I will not. Then it is left for you to decide what you want to do with your vote, right? But then trying to come and tell me that is it because that he has felonies and all that, and a lot of us, a lot of black people are chastising him and making it look like he is not worthy to be. Now, let me tell us this. You all know the truth, but you all keep hiding it. If you were to be somebody that looked like me that had all this, would you people have allowed, or would that person smell that ticket, would the person smell presidential seed or somewhere around it? Absolutely no. That will be the talk of the town. But now, because it's the other person, a lot of people do not care. A lot of people are not even focusing on that. Rather, they are focusing on the other person. Now, the truth is that a lot of us have skills on their eyes, but they are looking for somebody to remove their own skills. First of all, you have to remove your own skill before looking for somebody to help. Now, you went further to say that if we sit down and talk to him, Donald Trump, that he is going to listen to us. Now, have you met him to sit down and speak to him? Because we are looking for people that will lead. You should be the leader because you've been talking so much on this, right? Lead us or go for us. Let's see. Because I don't know where we are going to find him and sit down with him and talk to him to listen to us. Now, let's get into this. He made mention that she said that she's not going to do something for only black people. Of course, do you expect her to only work for us, like for the period she is president? Of course, she will. She is not only going to. I mean, this is presidential. This is okay. This is a president, right? A president is not supposed to only focus on a particular person. You are all supposed to touch everybody. You are supposed to make sure my community is okay, make sure other community are okay, make sure that is the work of president. There is nobody you are. I am not saying there is no particular person you are going to focus more on. I don't know if you understand that. Like saying that she said that she's not only going to work. She, of course, if you decide, if you become the president and she is working for probably doing something for black people, other people, Asians, other people, Hispanics, and also white people. I mean, it should go round. It shouldn't be the other community, like only one community suffering and the rest of the communities are okay. You are not being fair enough. We want the goodness to go round. That is when we can say that this person is working and the other person is working. You all should stop coming out here to speak some things that I see. We are old enough to know that there are some things we should not mark camera and talk, and there are some things we should talk. We should be open, and there is something that I love so much. We should be open enough to speak truthfully when it comes to this election. See, there are so many people coming out. I mean, the same way in Black community, there are people supporting Trump. There are Hispanics supporting Trump. There are also Asians supporting Trump. White people supporting Trump, and Mexican. The same thing happening on the left is also happening on the right. Right? It's not like it's only a group of people decided that this is the only person that they are supporting. Trust me, when you go around, like the way you see, like the way you are a Black person and you are also supporting Trump. That is how it is. So stop calling other people to why would this? No, you all do not do that. I mean, that is very childish. Calling people, brown people or Black people and other people, not to see. This is the reason why you people see. Election is, if people decide to vote for you, they do not want to vote for you, they are not going to vote for you. So we ought to stop all this. Like, I have been talking about this for election coming, but I have never said that I go and vote for this person, and I will not do it, because it is not in my right to tell you the person to vote for. I don't know if that makes sense. I cannot tell you the person to vote for, because it is your right. You have every right to utilize, use it the way you want. And you all should stop coming online to make it look like my own people are doing something bad because they have chosen the person, someone to support. I mean, we should cut all that. It is election. Do not forget that. Let people do what they want to do, and stop bad mouth. You all come out to bad mouth somebody because the person. No, enough of that. So far, I have the only time I've seen some Black people coming out to talk to other people is when they talk bad about Cala Harris or something. That is only, but they are not telling this person, go and vote for this person. They just tell you, this is the reason why I want to vote for this person. It's either you take it or you don't take it. I mean, you do not have to even take it, or you don't have, just move forward. If it's not, if it's not working for you, but if it's working for you, you can decide to step back. We all can do better. The only thing we all are agitating for are something good, something better than yesterday. We want something better, ahead. But if we all want to stay stagnant, stay at a place, that it's okay. I cannot tell you what to do and what not to do, because we are adult. As long as you are 18 years, and voting age starts at 18 or 21, if I'm not mistaken. So do you whatever you want to, and stop coming out here to make it look like we are the horrible or the bad ones. Nobody is the bad person. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.